Good morning, YouTubers. It is May 1st, 2019, and these are your morning announcements. So I thought that today we would talk about something fun and cheery. The depopulation of the planet. Anyway, I've been thinking about this for the last couple days. And, you know, I think that we've had like waves of people being killed off over years that I find very interesting. And I was wondering if you guys kind of noticed the same thing. You know, we had the AIDS epidemic in the 80s and 90s. We've had all different kinds of like mutated flus, like the swine flu, the avian flu, H1N1. We're seeing things like the resurgence of things like measles and Ebola. And, you know, it makes me wonder if these are natural occurrences or if there isn't like a mind behind this trying to depopulate the planet little by little by little. Because honestly, as horrible as this is going to sound, we really do need to think about depopulating the planet. Now, I don't mean that I think that we should haul off and start killing people. Obviously, that isn't what I want. I don't want euthanasia. I don't want, like, I guess I'm not against self-imposed euthanasia. Like, if you know that you're dying and there is zero chance of you coming out of it, if you want to use doctor-assisted suicide, you know, to end things before the pain becomes unbearable, or before you completely and totally lose all of your abilities to think or move, I don't have a problem with that. But to have a doctor say, okay, we're going to kill you now, I'm against that. You know, totally against that. But I mean, we do need to think about depopulating, like maybe the entire world making a pledge to have only one child, or maybe pay people to not have children. I mean, we do need to depopulate. We're running into like a super crazy crisis when it comes to the population of the planet. We don't have enough natural resources on this planet to sustain, you know, a population of 7+ billion people. We just don't. We don't have enough. We don't have the means to make the food. We don't have the means to make the fuel, provide the services, general services to people so that they can have a decent life. We just don't have that. Plus, we don't have the moral or ethical group of leaders to help facilitate that kind of thing. You know, we haven't evolved past the fact that we're still greedy and power-hungry individuals. So we do need to think about it. We do need to think of a plan to like curtail the number of people that are on the planet back. I mean, I'd like to see it cut back to like 2 billion people. Then there'd be enough jobs for everyone. But I don't want to like kill people off. I just think through attrition, maybe people should just stop having babies. Or really limit it. Because we've just got too many people on this planet. And a good majority of our problems on this planet are due to the overpopulation of our planet. I mean, we don't have enough jobs for people to come out of high school and go directly to work, especially in this country. And So you've got kids that join gangs and sell drugs to make money because there's no jobs, you know. We've got like people starving in all different kinds of places all over the world because there's not enough fertile land in their area to grow the food to sustain the people, and to ship it in it's very expensive, and blah blah blah. You know, you cut back on the people and you don't have all those problems. Maybe offer like X amount of dollars to every person who takes it upon themselves to be sterilized. Let it be their decision. You know, you might find that you'd have more than enough people doing that you wouldn't have to impose something on people. And it could be a world, you know, it's a world issue, so it'd have to be a world funded program that that did the overseeing of it and just the distributing of monies. But I really think that it is something that we need to think about, you know. And the fact that our governments are kind of doing things on the sly to try to depopulate the planet is just horrifying to me. I mean, this is an issue, but they should trust the people enough to talk about it with them and help them be part of the decision-making process for, you know, fixing the problem. And I might be wrong. The government may have not done anything, you know, but we do know that they have done things. They've purposely given people syphilis. They've purposely dumped Agent Orange on people. We had no problem dropping an atomic bomb on Japan, 2 of them. No, so I don't like hold the, I don't believe that the moral compass of our country is necessarily intact to begin with, you know. So it's easy for me to come to the conclusion that the government could be behind a lot of these things that we've seen over the years, where masses of people have been killed off. And I wouldn't put him past it to do it again. Oh, I hear a cop. Oh, let me pull over here. I'm just gonna pull over. We've got an ambulance coming here, so I want to pull over and let him go through, give him plenty of room to get through here. And everybody else did too. Congratulations, you're not all idiots. So anyways, I was thinking about that today, you guys. I don't know, what do you guys think? I was also thinking about like the drug problem in our country right now. You know, I find it very interesting that drugs started pouring out onto our streets around the same time that big companies started moving their manufacturing jobs overseas and down into Mexico. It was like that all kind of happened simultaneously. And it makes me wonder, did the government do this knowing? What is going on with my windshield wipers? Lost their mind. Did the government do this purposely because they knew there wouldn't be enough jobs for everyone? Did they allow the drug trade to happen to be able to fund an underground economy to sort of like pacify the people? Or did things get so laxed that they were just able to sneak on through. All I know is that right now, what is going on with my windshield wipers? Hang on, guys. Mist off. Okay. Crazy. Windshield wipers are just losing their mind. What was I gonna say? The one thing I can say for sure is that if we were to stop the drug trade right now, if Trump put up his wall and all the borders were sealed and no drugs could come into the country, millions and millions and millions of people would die. They would just die. All the people who pay their rent and buy their food because they sell drugs would no longer have their ability to do that. And all the people who are on drugs right now wouldn't have the facilities available to them to help them get off drugs. So you'd have a lot of people killing themselves because they can't get to their drugs, or dying just from the sickness that's caused by you not being able to get to your drugs, or using crazy other things to try to get high, like huffing or, whatever, to, you know what I mean? So they'd either purposefully or inadvertently kill themselves, or you would have people just dying. Well, and you would have like massive rioting, like on a scale that we've never seen before in this country, along with lots of bloodshed, lots of gunfights. I mean, it would be bad. It would be horrific. I mean, if they wanted to stop the drug trade here in the United States, they'd have to do it slowly. If they could stop it. But it doesn't seem like our government has truly put in much effort to try to stop the drugs from coming in. I mean, every now and then they get a big bust, where they get millions of dollars worth of cocaine or $1 million worth of heroin. But all in all, it doesn't happen that often, and the drugs get in, no problem, over our clearly insecure borders. And now it's too late to just stop it. I mean, our government would have to have a plan. We'd have to have jobs here in America for those people who are dealing drugs to fall into. We'd have to have the resources available to help the people who are on drugs get off drugs. And they'd have to do it slowly. So that's another thing I think our government might have had a hand in. I think they might have seen that the writing on the wall, saw that, hey, all these jobs are leaving the United States of America. We got to have something for these people to fall into. And they kind of turned a blind eye to the drug trade. I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm messing with my lips a lot. My lips are chapped. They're bugging me. So anyways, I don't know what you guys think. You can tell me in the comments below. I don't include marijuana in any of that. I think marijuana, a blind eye has been turned to marijuana for a long time, because they see it as a pacifier of the people. They see it as something that actually helps to keep violent people under control. When you're high, you're not thinking about going out and committing murder. You're thinking about sitting down and eating some Cheetos and watching cartoons. That's what you're doing. So I think that that's always been kind of used as a pacifier by our government. And that's why little by little by little it's being allowed to be made legal, because the arguments against it are just ridiculous. They're just ridiculous. There's so many more positive benefits than negative ones to weed, and that's why little by little our country is just going, you know what, okay. So anyways, that's what I was thinking about today. So I hope you all are doing well. I love you guys. Thanks for listening to me ramble on and on and on this morning about my thoughts on things. You know, leave your comments in the below, and share and subscribe, and give me a thumbs up if you like the video. And I'll talk to you guys again soon. I love you. Okay, bye-bye.